All right, everybody, welcome to episode 9 of season 2 of the Princeton Playbook. We have a special guest, Cole, a
What's up,
Yankee.
guys?
We wanted to bring in some different bias, though he's probably the most biased of us all. But MLB trade deadline predictions, discussing it. It's fast approaching now, less than a week away. We're filming this on Sunday, July 26th. Between Sunday Night Baseball and the Phillies are about to play the Yankees, and this time we're going to win. We're not getting swept.
Two,
But,
two, three, 2-3.
This
yeah,
team won against the Dodgers today, y'all.
you took down the champs.
All right. Let's get into this. Cole, welcome back to the podcast.
Thank you.
Would you like us to kick us off with someone who you think is getting traded or not traded?
And then we're going to end with, we're going to go through like 4 guys each, bring up 4 names, and then at the end we'll each say 1 player and have an actual deal in place. Another 2 will say deal or no deal.
So I'm going to start off with the Minnesota Twins catcher, Ryan Jeffers. So he is batting .283 with 9 homers this year and a .928 OPS, and brings a lot of talent from as a righty hitting catcher. I have him going to the New York Yankees. So the Yankees have had their offensive struggles as of late, with averaging less than 4 runs per game ever since Judge has gotten hurt. And their biggest need offensively, arguably, is the catcher position. Austin Wells is batting .166 and has a .546 OPS. He's been abysmal for the Yankees. So that's why I think they're going to target him.
Catcher's your most needed position.
Yeah,
it's
for
the
sure.
question of if you go after him, if you go after Hunter Goodman, if you go after Adley Rutschman. There's plenty of guys who you could get. So if he's traded and the Yankees think he's the catcher, I think he's the guy.
Yeah,
then they'll get him.
for sure.
He also doesn't have any. He's in a contract year right now, so there's no guarantee he'd want to stay in New York after this year either.
Yeah, that's true.
What do you think, Brian?
I don't think it's ridiculous to say that he's going to be a New York Yankee, especially on a contract year. I think the Yankees have a good enough farm system to entice the Twins into the best offer. I don't think the Yankees are going to be the only team going after Ryan Jeffers. There's a lot of contending teams that need a catcher. Obviously, in your own division, Tampa Bay and Boston both need a catcher. But I think it will be the Yankees. The Twins love prospects. We saw it last trade deadline. They traded essentially everybody not named Byron Buxton, Ryan Jeffers. Traded Duran.
And Joe Ryan.
Joe Ryan.
Those are the 3 survivors.
Yeah. I think this is the year they blow it all up. I mean, they haven't been terrible, but also Yankees, I mean, obviously
the Yankees are buying.
They're buying, but they also love bringing in guys on expiring contracts.
Yeah.
So.
Right, Brian, you want
to go next?
Nathan, who you got?
Well, we'll stay with the Twins team. Byron Buxton. I don't know if he's going to want to be traded. I do believe he has a no trade clause. So it's really only if he wants to. But if the Twins are blowing it up, they're going to at least ask him if he wants to waive it. And there's many teams that could want a guy as high profile as him. As a Phillies fan, I'd love for him to be a Philly. I don't know if I see it happening, but I'd love for it to happen. But Padres, Arizona, Atlanta, who wouldn't want a guy who's a star center fielder with 25 homers and a 882 OPS this year?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cole, who do you have here?
For my next player, I think could be traded. I think it could be.
Sure. Brian, you want to go?
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, where Buxton's gonna go. I think he's staying in Minnesota. I already said they're gonna blow it up. Byron's Buxton's situation is just really confusing. It's It's a pretty enormous contract. It's not a simple contract at all.
No.
Obviously, no trade clause. I
Yeah,
think the only team he would waive it for would be the Philadelphia Phillies. But I
agreed.
don't think the Phillies will meet the asking price because I think they'll be pursuing other people.
Yeah, and I don't think he's likely to waive it in the first place. So I'd agree that I think he stays as a Twin. But he's a name out there. 32, 2+ years left on the contract.
That's
This,
that's why. That's why no one will meet the asking price.
yeah.
The team control.
To have a guy like that, just ridiculous.
All right. You want me to
Yeah, go ahead.
push
Give us
one
your
in
first
here?
guy.
All right. Luis Ariz. His name always pops up in the trade deadline for some reason.
Yep.
Yeah.
Welcome back to trade deadline, Luis Ariz. Who you got? Who you guys have?
Well, this would be his fifth team in 5 years if he gets traded. He could go anywhere. It's crazy.
I think Luis Arias is staying. Like, he seems like he is fitting in well where he is. I don't know. Like, he's coming up every deadline, but I think this is the year he
And he gets
stays.
traded every deadline too. Every
That's
time he comes up. I think he's, of all guys you've mentioned, probably has the best chance of being traded because the Giants sort of stink.
yeah.
Just he's in a contract year. He's obviously he's gonna be who he is. He's gonna hit singles every time he's up to bat, it feels like. But I think he's a guy who could work out well for Pittsburgh. You look at they have so many power guys. They just don't have somebody to get on base. And plus defense at first, who their first baseman Spencer Horwitz is hurt. Second base mixing with Brandon Lowe. There's so many areas he could fit in with that team, especially with their power guys in the middle of the order.
Yeah, that's interesting because I don't actually think the Pirates are going to buy, which is it's interesting. But I have him going to Tampa Bay. I mean, he
Yep.
seems such a Kevin Cash guy. It's kind of crazy.
Analytics.
He seems such a Kevin Cash kind of player. The Rays they pulled this off every year. Them and the Guardians they just take random guys and make them good. If they perform, they just go win divisions. If they don't perform, they get prospects back. It's pretty unbelievable what they're doing over there. But yeah, they need a left-handed bat. Maybe in the Trop, it's a bit of a smaller park. Maybe he can lift some balls. We'll see.
Add to his 4 homers this year.
Yep.
Brian, you want to go?
No, I just went. You go. Cole should go.
Oh yeah, Cole's turn.
Okay. Next I have a really interesting one from Detroit. I have Casey Mize. So he has a this year he's 29 years old, has a 2.7 ERA and a sub 1 WHIP. So I have him going to Atlanta. Atlanta, since in their last 48 games, their starting rotation has had a 5.24 ERA, and their like best pitcher, Chris Sale, with a 2.19, is 37 years old. They need another reliable pitcher. So he will give that number 2 option for this year for the Braves, who are obviously competitive in the postseason this year. And they already have an elite bullpen that they can just build on with a good starting rotation.
And J.R. Ritchie's not looking good.
Yeah.
All right, Nathan, you haven't going anywhere?
I don't hate him staying in Detroit. As you said, he's 29. He's been a guy through and through with the system. As great as he's been, Detroit's still in this playoff race too. You can't count it out in that division. They're maybe 4 games back of leading the division, and Scooble's back now. Like, there's a team that could be a playoff team, and he's one of the main reasons why. In a playoff rotation, if they keep him, if they keep Scooble, it's a great team. I think the only problem is the contract year. If not, there's no chance he gets traded. But I personally think he's probably staying in Detroit.
Yeah, I do agree that I think the Tigers will do a soft sell, not a huge sell, because I think they still can contend.
Yep.
But I do think Casey Mize in a contract year is getting traded. I haven't gone to Milwaukee.
Okay.
That back end of the rotation is not good. Obviously, it's led by the greatest pitcher I've ever seen, but again, they need the back end starter here. Brandon Sproat continues to get the opportunity, but maybe Brandon Sproat's involved in this trade. Who knows? But I think Casey Mize just shoring up that Brewers rotation will be good for them.
Could see it. Let's see. It's me.
Yep.
Let's go with Jeremy Pena. I think his stats speak for itself. 315 batting average, 849 OPS. He was hurt, but last year 304 average, 5.6 WAR. Cole, you know him well enough as a Yankees fan. He's fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But you don't know if they're going to trade him. He's still under contract through next year. He's only 28. But are the Astros going to eventually decide it's time to rebuild?
Well, I have him going to the Boston Red Sox, actually. Like, after their 15-game winning streak, they're obviously buyers at the deadline. And I feel like he could be a good fit since they are looking for a good, like, middle infielder right now. So I feel like he would be a really good fit with their team. And I also saw in my research that he's actually from New England.
Yep.
I have been staying with the Astros. Fun fact of the day: the Houston Astros, as we speak, are currently 2 games back of the division. I wouldn't want to mess with that. The Tigers are a little different. They're 6 games back. They're more fighting for a wild card spot. But I think Houston needs to keep that Jeremy Pena. I think they can compete this year. That roster looks good. To me, it looks good.
Can't see it. I think there's still a week left. Say you lose 7 straight, things can change in an instant. Yeah. But yeah, I agree with you. It's a team that's still right in there.
All right. You want me to get one here?
Yeah.
Let's talk about my favorite team. Let's talk about Freddie Peralta. He's obviously had a disappointing year, a 4.99 ERA so far. After what was a pretty good start, he's had some rocky starts. Obviously, that triple-double out in Philadelphia. But
he put up LeBron's stat.
Yeah, it was for LeBron. He saw that there's people in Philadelphia getting triple-doubles, and I decided to hop over. But anyway, I haven't gone to the Chicago Cubs. That division is competitive, and though they're going to need pitchers to sort of not exactly try to win the division, but try to compete there to try to get a wild card spot.
Yep.
Obviously, there's a Craig Counsell connection that's big. And I think the Cubs and the Mets have traded so many times the past 5 years. Obviously, Pete Armstrong, Javi Baez. They just traded David Peterson. I think an enticing package does exist. Like maybe Jackson Wiggins, Ethan Conrad, like someone not a top 100 prospect, but like a little lower than that. That's the price for him.
I see him as a Milwaukee Brewer. You talked about it. They need back end of the rotation depth. He seems like a guy who you take a flyer on, see if he can rebound, seem more like how he was at the start of the year. I get the ERA's not great, but he'll also chew up innings as that 4 or 5 starter for you if you're the Brewers' worst case scenario. Best case scenario, he gets back to true form and is the guy who can start for them in the postseason.
His xERA is pretty good.
Yeah, so. Exactly. If you look at the underlying metrics, that's what you believe in. Those are good.
I also have him going to the Milwaukee Brewers. I mean, I feel like they need some help on the, as you said earlier, back end of their rotation. And Freddie Peralta is also very familiar with that system, as obviously he spent, the first, was it 9-something years
in
that
career.
system.
Yep.
So I feel like he would be a great fit for that team. And obviously, the Mets are selling since they're not very good.
Wow. Say it bluntly.
I mean, can't ignore the truth. So
No, it's not wrong.
all right, Cole, you're back up.
Okay. So next, he was mentioned earlier with the Minnesota Twins. We're doing a lot of those. Joe Ryan. So he's been a solid option for them. He has a 3.38 ERA with the 110 WHIP and 131 strikeouts. So, but he has gone 6-6 on the year, and his good bit of his ERA was sort of tarnished by his last start against Cleveland, where he had 4 innings pitched, 10 hits, and 8 earned runs. And San Diego, they're in a tough NL, and I believe they're either at 500 or just below 500, depending on what happened in today's game. And they're only 3 games behind the wild card spot. And their rotations ERA is 4.68, which they could definitely use, like someone of the likes of Joe Ryan.
I could see it, San Diego. I think I'm looking more at the Cubs. They need back end rotation depth. I think Joe Ryan's one of the best pitchers in the sport. That's what when I was looking into him, I noticed he's only 4 guys are ahead of him in K percent this year. Christopher Sanchez, Jacob Mizorowski, Jacob deGrom, and one other. I don't remember who the other one was, but
Probably Kim Schiller.
I don't think it was because I was looking
Dylan Cease, actually, probably.
Dylan
Cease,
Cease.
I believe.
Dylan Cease.
So those are probably 4 of the best pitchers in the sport. He's right up there with them. And with an extra year of control, he's going to demand a haul. But Cubs got one of the best farm systems in the league. They can meet that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Much to my disappointment, I think he's gonna be a Brave. It's a miracle how the Atlanta Braves are 6 games ahead of that division with that rotation. It's actually a miracle.
Well,
because
the division, I hate to say it, Brian, the division sort of stinks.
You play other teams in the division. It's like these are major league hitters, and you're coming up there with a rotation ERA of 5, was it? Was it?
I think it was 4.68.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I predicted. I said it in another episode. The Braves are going to sink at some point. This is not sustainable. It's a miracle that It's a miracle that they've made it to the trade deadline at this point. And I mentioned J.R. Ritchie before. I think he's going to go to Minnesota in this deal. That's the main piece. They have, obviously the Twins are going to be expecting a haul, right?
You need a haul for Joe Ryan.
Joe Ryan and an extra year of control of Joe Ryan. I think it's going to be a bit similar to the Johan Duran deal we saw. Maybe more. So
I'd expect more.
Yeah. So I think the Braves, they haven't had a good farm system in a while. They've always blown it up at the deadline they're known for doing that, I feel like. I don't think they
wherever Joe Ryan goes, he's going to be an absolute game changer. Whether it's to San Diego or Atlanta, he's going to really bolster that rotation and get them for Atlanta playoff ready, and San Diego help them make a playoff push. He's an impact player.
Yeah.
Where are we going with next, Nathan?
Next up, Cole, I think you're going to have a lot to say about this. Hunter Goodman. We talked about Ryan Jeffers already to the Yankees. Here's another guy, Hunter Goodman, 259 average with 31 homers. The power's just ridiculous. Only complaint is the defense and the contact, but when he makes contact, that ball can go a long way. Homer's padded a little bit by playing at Coors Field, but you still think there's a guy who in New York could put up similar totals with that short porch. You just got to assume, I feel like he's a favorite to go to the Yankees. Philly's also a possibility, considering JT's been awful, but we just gave him an extension. Red Sox, slight possibility as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think that he's going to that Hunter Goodman's going to be a Tampa Bay Ray. Um, I think that one, the Yankees are. I've been keeping up with a lot of their trade rumors, and currently they're really pursuing Ryan Jeffers. And
which I
um,
don't like. I
you,
think Goodman's better for them.
I agree. I agree though. I think he's one of the Tampa Bay Rays since they're obviously only a couple games ahead in the AL East, and the Yankees are creeping up on them right now. Like they're almost on a 7 game winning streak. Um, and Hunter Goodman has hit, I think, what is it, 31 home runs this year. And the Rays catching, both of their catchers have combined for 5 home runs the entire season. So I think that like that burst of power, they could really use that right now if they want to hold off the Yankees and even the Red Sox, who are hot.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Besides their recent draft picks, the Rockies farm system's a bit of a mess. I think they're
Yep.
gonna full on sell. I think they're gonna trade everyone.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna say Boston because I think I mean that 15 game win streak was just unbelievable. Wilson Contreras is not catching again. I don't think that's a
Nope.
possibility. And also, we talked about the Coors effect or whatever. Whenever Hunter Goodman hits a home run, I feel like it's like way gone. So I don't even know if that matters. If he can like, it's like hitting a pitching wedge over the monster or something. It's gonna be, it'll be fun to watch. And I think the Boston's also got a pretty tasty package for the Rockies because, well, if you were to trade with like the Yankees or something, they're gonna want arms. But are the Rockies like? Do the Rockies ever develop a good arm? Right? They're
No.
not going to develop a
No.
good. They're not going to want that. Um,
Rockies
but
are
it's
going
sort
to
of
win by
neat
hitting.
because no pitcher is going to sign with you in Coors Field, so you need arms
Yep.
to develop, but they never develop them. So it's a very confusing situation. I think the Red Sox have a mix of both position players and pitchers. So
Yeah. I think other thing to keep in mind is he has, after this year, he has another 3 years of team control.
oh,
And I just think there's two sides the Rockies can go, as you said. They can full on sell, or they can view this guy as their superstar who they're going to build the team around, give him an extension. Like, there's plenty of ways they could go about it.
yeah,
I mean, setting a catcher as a superstar has some problems with itself. Obviously, you saw Seattle, how that turned out. But and then next up, I'm just gonna address the elephant in the room, the crown jewel of this free agent class, not free agent class, trade deadline. Yeah, Tarek Skubal. What's your guys' thoughts?
Yep. Have you ever seen a guy who's more of a Los Angeles Dodger? Like, the Dodgers have gotten everybody 270 ERA in what feels like an off year, 0.92 whip. Like, the Dodgers get anybody on this side of the planet or the other side of the planet who dominates anybody. They can dominate pitchers, they can dominate hitters. The Dodgers just get whoever can dominate. They can put together a great package because somehow their farm system's still ridiculous. And then yet again, they'll just become the Los Angeles deferrals and give him a 10-year contract that's not going to be paid to him for another 25 years.
I mean, I actually had the same thing. I have him going to the Los Angeles Dodgers. Like they have been dominating the market for so many players for like multiple years now. And I think when you see a dominant player whose asking price is obviously like astronomical, like over the roof, like I think that the Dodgers can match that. Like their farm system is really, really good. Like they have like like what is it, 10 players in the top 100 prospects. Like they can trade for Scuball, and they have like so much financial strength, and they're like, yeah, like
They don't need to worry about giving up the farm system because they have one of the best players at every position around the diamond.
yeah,
Yeah, to correct your code, they actually have 9 top prospects. Which
Jeez,
is
that's still insane. That's insane.
all right. They have, oh my goodness, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 outfielders.
Yeah. Like, and to add on, I'm reading through their latest injuries. Shohei Ohtani, it's uncertain when he's going to return to the rotation. Tyler Glasnow, uncertain when he's going to return to the rotation. Blake Snell, uncertain.
Doesn't even
If they want
They
to,
still have the best
like the
rotation in the
Dodgers
sport.
are like, just to put it frankly, they're greedy. If they see that they have any need because of any injuries, like they're going to go get a player. It's the Dodgers.
Yeah.
River Ryan's coming up, by the way.
But he
But
would be part of the package.
yeah, he could.
And they wouldn't blink an eye. They'd just be like, sure, take our best prospect.
All right. I'm going against the script. I'm not going fully against the script because I think he does end up a Dodger by the 2027 season. I just don't think he's going to be traded in the 2026 season. I think he's going to stay a Detroit Tiger because I do think that they have like the second best record in the American League since June, right?
Yeah.
I think they're still going to compete. You can't compete without Derek Skubal.
Nope.
Might as well when you have him, might as well use him. You're not going to sign him again.
No. And the Dodgers may not care about a package because they know it'll sign him in free agency anyway.
Yeah. So yeah,
but no team's going to put together a great package because they know that Dodgers are going to sign him.
Yeah. Yeah. The Dodgers will continue building their baseball empire, but it'll have to hold up by like a few months. They'll have to wait. They'll have to wait 3 months. Series. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
They'll get their third ring before they continue on. But yeah, Detroit Tigers for now.
Yeah,
I could see it.
All right, Nathan.
Okay, I will go.
Or is it Cole? Yeah, it's Cole.
Okay, I will go up next with the star shortstop for the Washington Nationals, C.J. Abrams. So the Nationals. So I believe that the Brewers and the Yankees have reached out to the Nationals about him, and they are hearing offers. And he's coming like today, just today. He hit 2 home runs, and he's like probably the best offensive shortstop in the league. Like he's batting 293 with 27 home runs. He's been unbelievable. Like I have him going to Milwaukee. So Milwaukee is having a pretty good year, and they have their shortstop position like hasn't been great. I mean, Joey Ortiz and David Hamilton. I mean, Ortiz has been like heating up a bit since like the beginning of July, but I don't think it's enough. And I think if they want to make a push, then they should pursue Abrams.
I think he stays a National, and he's 25 years old. He's a stud, and I think we realize that. And he's a guy you want to build around. This team has a promising young future. Ryan, do you have standings up?
Yeah, I do.
How far out of a playoff spot are the Washington Nationals?
Oh, I don't have wild card. Let me get it real quick.
Yeah, all good.
The Nationals are like 1 game behind, I think.
All right, the Washington Nationals are 1 game out. So
yep. They have a bright future. I get they traded Curtis Mead because they know they already have enough power to try to solidify their rotation. And I just think with 2 years of team control left, there's no reason to trade him now. You could get a very similar return next year, or get 2 more years of him and then get a still huge return in his contract year. So I just don't see a reason to trade him now, especially when they could be in the playoffs for the first time in 6 years.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I like originally thought, but then when I saw the report that they have actually been entertaining offers from teams, like it made me kind of think that there is actually a good chance that this guy could get traded, and that could really shake up the league and shake up the league standings.
I'd entertain offers on anybody if I was GM, if I could get a deal good enough.
Yeah. I have him staying. Um, the only thing I have against Milwaukee is that they have Jesus Mate coming up.
Yeah.
Um, and Cooper Pratt, they just signed this man to an extremely uh long deal. So I don't think they're gonna trade for a shortstop.
Yeah.
Is it you, Nathan, or is it me?
I think it's me. Um, Last guy I have before we go to deal or no deal, Clay Holmes. Brian, you know him all too well.
Gold
Um,
does too, probably.
yeah,
Yeah,
All
just a
right.
bit, just a bit.
broken leg, but when he's pitched, he's been good. He's still a great reliever. It's been the season. The Mets are just going to tear it down, as we've said. I think there's so many places he can go. There's the amount of teams who want a relief pitcher is just ridiculous. I want to hear what you guys think. I think it's really, who knows? It's a bidding war for him.
Yeah. I have Clay Holmes going to the Chicago Cubs. So Chicago, they obviously need a lot of pitching depth. Like I saw some crazy stat earlier that was like out of their 30 IL stints, like 26 of them have been pitchers. Like they have so many like injuries with their pen. Like I think that and there's like honestly that's like unreliable. Like I think they could really use him to bolster their staff.
Um, I don't know how much you're gonna like this, Nathan. I think he ends up in Philadelphia, Philly.
Mm,
I wouldn't mind it
Uh,
at all.
Here's the thing: Clay Holmes is so versatile. He can pitch out of the pen. He can start. What do the Phillies need? They need a bullpen arm, and they also need a back end starter. I don't know how they're gonna use Clay Holmes,
I
but I have a weird feeling you guys are gonna get Clay Holmes.
I'll step in here. We probably used him as our fifth starter or fourth starter for the rest of the regular season. Because our fifth spot, we haven't won a game with our fifth spot in the rotation in over 2 months. Um, just let that sink in. With our fifth spot in the rotation, it's been 2 months.
wow.
But if we use him in that spot, it gives us rotational depth in case somebody else gets hurt. And if Sanchez, Wheeler, and Luzardo are all healthy, great. That's our postseason rotation, and Holmes can be out of the pen for us. So I really like that. I just find it hard to see the Mets trading him to a divisional rival.
I mean, it would also, if he does go to Philadelphia, just something funny I just realized, it would kind of fit in with his career path. Like he started at Pittsburgh, New York Yankees, New York Mets. Like he stayed in the tri-state area his entire life. If he could stay in the tri-state area, he might not even have to like move that far.
He probably just could buy one house in the middle of Pennsylvania and just have lived there his whole life.
Yeah. Okay, that's a bit far from the Bronx.
No,
I
I
have
know
to
he could
say.
get an apartment in New York, but
Takes me
yeah,
2 hours to drive to
I'd
Yankee Stadium.
I'd be very happy for him to be a Philadelphia Philly.
Yeah, like he's been elite, like a sub 3 ERA.
Yeah,
Like
He has an opt out after this year.
I know. I'm assuming he's gone after this year or free agent.
I'd assume so.
yeah,
Do you have any left, Cole?
yeah. I actually have another New York Met, um, Luke Weaver. So obviously the Mets are selling, and Luke Weaver has been an elite reliever for them. This entire year, he has only let up 9 earned runs. And he has a 1.98 ERA with a 0.8 whip. Like, let that sink in. He's been insane. And like I think and then he went on this big like streak where he didn't let up a single run,
For
right?
2 months.
Yeah, 2 months. And I have him I think that Luke Weaver is gonna become a Seattle Mariner. Um so Seattle, like they their current closer, Andre Munoz, he has had 5 blown saves in 21 opportunities, and 4.19 ERA. He has not been good.
Yeah, but he's a guy who's been great in past years, and his expected ERA isn't bad.
Yeah, I mean I don't know. I think they do need to bolster that weak spot because it is. There's no doubt it is a weak spot this year.
Yeah, but I don't think that is their biggest worry. But I could see
The
it.
Mariners are 1.5 games out from first place in the AL West. They need to, if they want to get up those, if they want to get up on the Rangers, then they have to make a change like that.
Yeah.
And like Weaver is obviously going to get traded.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's true. Another year of team control too.
Yeah.
Ryan, you can go as the Mets fan, but I have 2 teams I really like for him.
I have 3 teams that I really like for him.
ooh.
But the main one I think is the Seattle Mariners, just because of that farm system, and maybe, just maybe, Emerson Hancock to break up that 6-man rotation. But the other 2 I'm thinking of is Texas and Pittsburgh, just because of how bad their bullpens are, and just because of how close they are to the playoffs. I think both those teams could use them.
Yep. I share one. I agree somewhat with the Mariners. I don't know if that's totally what to go after, but Pittsburgh, I totally agree. The Pittsburgh bullpen, if games only went 7 innings, which I know they don't, but if they did, the Pirates would be the best team in the league.
Or the Nationals. Nationals bullpen is pretty.
Pirates would still be the best. Then that's a stat. But
that's a stat.
That's a stat. No. I looked this up. That's a stat. The Pirates would be the best.
I think it is, yeah.
That's crazy.
But yet their 2 closers both have over an ERA over 4. One of them is an ERA of 5.51. Dennis Santana and Gregory Soto not getting the job done. Gregory Soto's been especially bad of late. If this team could get a closer, that team's a scary playoff team. I don't know if you guys agree, but I'd be scared of the Pirates in the playoffs if I was another team if they could get a closer.
Okay. You know what's funny? Dennis Santana and Gregory Soto are both products of the New York Mets.
They are. Santana is.
Santana played it for the Mets.
I know Soto did.
That's funny. But
they're atrocious.
I do agree.
Yeah, I just looked it up. The Pittsburgh Pirates, if the games ended 7 innings, they would be 56-27. Like, I mean, that was earlier. I don't know, but
that's mind-boggling. Right now, they're like 56-54.
Yeah.
So basically, they haven't had to come from behind to win.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's just crazy.
That's wild.
I also think he could be a Philly.
Dennis Santana has actually been DFA'd.
Oh,
is that right?
Pirates fans can rejoice.
Right, like right now?
Yep, they did.
That was
2 days ago.
That's what he gets for messing with Jose Caballero and the Yankees.
What was he thinking?
Also, something I want to talk about. Why does it look like the league has recently been targeting Jose Caballero for like 0 reason? Like, have you guys seen those like clips? Like that in like they said that he intentionally dropped the ball on like one of the hardest like fielding plays like you could make, and just so that it would be like a double play. Like like that he like can't like look down or anything. Like they're
okay. I agree with that one. That one was totally being it. Just
I don't know. It's not like fair. Like they can't just like make up things on the spot for
that rule's been in the rule book for a while since the pitch clock was implemented.
Yeah, but I do feel like they're being a lot harsher on him than other players in the league. Like if you've been paying attention to that whole situation, I don't know. Just I may be a bit biased on that, but that's just something I've noticed. Like I haven't seen something like that before.
Yeah.
All right. Real last one. Let's make this quick. Mason Miller.
Mason Miller. You
You
know,
want to something crazy? I've heard a lot of rumors of him to the Pirates. Like
What they could get
significant
back, Seth
rumors.
Hernandez.
I don't know who you trade away, Hernandez, but maybe Valdez has been great for them. But I'm like, that's ridiculous. The Pirates buying.
yeah,
I'll make this quick again. He's saying with the Padres, not because the Padres are going to make the playoffs, but because no one's going to meet that asking price.
Yeah.
Like you guys just, I don't think many people have an idea of how crazy this asking price is going to be. This man was traded for Leo DeVries before he became this good.
Unless they attach Xander Bogaerts.
Yeah, but even then,
Even then.
he has so much team control. It's not happening in my book.
Even
okay.
then, it's Seth Hernandez and more.
Mason Miller is going to be a New York Yankee. I've been thinking like he is. Brian, what are you doing? Mason Miller is going to be a New York Yankee. They
This is
want
what I
another.
meant when I at the start of the podcast. I said he's
No,
one
no, no,
of the
no. Like,
guys.
hear me out.
All
Just
right, we warned you
genuinely,
guys. Come on, what is this?
genuinely hear me out on this, okay? The Yankees have 4 prospects in the MLB pipeline's top 100. Okay,
You want all of them
and,
gone plus another guy?
huh?
You want to trade them all plus Jason Dominguez?
Okay, I think San Diego. They obviously have like some needs in the middle of the rotation, right? So I think that we could throw in maybe someone like Will Warren, throw in some prospects like Carlos Agrange, Roderick Arias, who is by the way, one of the best shortstop prospects in the game. He is, I feel like the Yankees have the firepower to trade for him. Like, if there's a lot of, there's some, there's only a select couple of teams that actually have the prospects available to trade for him, and the New York Yankees are one of them. They have one of the best farm systems in the major leagues, and I think they are
You want your
willing
farm
to
system to
make a
go
big
from
move.
best
The
in the league to
Yankees,
worst in the league?
hmm?
Do you want your farm system to go from being one of the best to being
I
one of the
think he could
worst?
be he would be a huge difference maker in the postseason. Like in the postseason, like a bullpen could look great in June or July, and then they could look in like come October, they could look terrible because like postseason baseball, there's a lot more fatigue being put on relievers, and I don't think that we could just rely on like someone like Bednar, and we would have to rely on somebody like Camilo Duvall, who has been abysmal for the Yankees. Like he's been horrendous. Um, and I think that Yankees have the firepower. Like Mason Miller is the most dominant, probably the most dominant pitcher in all of baseball. Like yeah.
Brian, I'm gonna have a genuine thing here. Who would be favored on a trade that was Mason Miller versus Cam Schlittler? Straight up.
No, 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 no. I
Brian,
would say absolutely
The
not.
Yankees are not doing that. No, the Yankees
Yeah,
won't do that.
no, I know,
absolutely.
but if you're the Padres, that's sort of fair.
If you're the Padres, yeah, that's good. But
It's a good
now
deal for the Padres, but that's not a good deal for the Yankees.
But like it's not awful compared to the asking price.
yeah, that's the thing.
That's what the asking price is gonna be. I want to put it
A
in
starting
perspective.
a starting pitcher is like how the Yankees, like Cam Schlittler is their ace. He is like 25 years old. The Yankees have a if their asking price is somebody like Cam Schlittler, the Yankees have the best bullpen ERA in the MLB. They're not going to go for that. I can guarantee that. They would not trade somebody as high as Cam Schlittler. That's why I think they're going to trade like a plethora of prospects for him.
That's what me and Brian are saying. The Padres may not do it.
I think they would.
Even if you guys give him their entire farm system, though, that's just not worth it for you. Like Mason Miller isn't worth that much. Like he's not worth one postseason or like 3 postseasons for that many prospects. But
I don't
anyway,
know. You could trade him an entire Wilkes-Barre Scranton Rail Riders, and I don't know if the Padres would accept.
Ever heard of George Lombard Jr.? But we're not trading him. Like he's off. He's our only prospect that's like strictly off limits. Like
All right,
he's
then you're not trading for Mason Miller.
Then you're not trading for Mason Miller.
no. We're still trading for Mason Miller.
All right, deal or no deal, boys. This is
Deal or no deal?
Deal or no deal. I think Cole told us he has a blockbuster ready for us. I kind of want to hear it.
And we were talking about Mason Miller. We're going to continue talking about Mason Miller.
Oh boy,
I had to trade Mason Miller to the New York Yankees. The New York Yankees receive just Mason Miller. San Diego receives Will Warren, who has been a solid starting pitcher for the Yankees. Carlos Grainger, who throws in the triple digits. He's a great relieving prospect, one of our top pitching prospects. Roderick Arias, who is one of the best and like has one of the like probably one of the highest floors for any of the like shortstop prospects in the major leagues. Like he's elite, and I think we could trade Kyle Carr for him. That's my
here. I'll add a couple things to the deal that I say would make it a deal.
Don't say Xander Bogaerts.
Xander Bogaerts has to be
included. No.
Has to. And you got to include either Jason Dominguez or Spencer Jones.
I'd be willing to throw in probably Dominguez. I think if you add
Xander and Miller for
trade, it's 100% a fair trade for like what I said. Like
if they include Bogaerts,
Okay. So you want to be the Yankees or the Padres, Nathan? How are we going to do this?
I'll be the Padres.
All right, I'll be the Yankees to first say it. Obviously, I just have to deal. So
if I'm the Padres, I'm saying take Xander Bogaerts and add in a little more and sure.
Yeah. So
if not, no. Going through. I'm not trading Mason Miller unless I get Xander Bogaerts' contract off the books.
Yep.
It's the only way I do it.
Yeah. You can't trade for Mason Miller without including a top 3 organizational prospect, in my opinion.
Yeah. And you may need to include multiple top 3.
Yeah, I mean, I think Dax Kilby is the one that has to go.
Dax Kilby. I probably need, if I'm the Padres.
Like, we could sub out, like, maybe Carlos Grainger for, like Elmer or someone like that. Like, he's a top 3 prospect in our system.
Yeah. Okay. Should we go to my trade, or you want to do yours, Nathan?
You can go ahead.
Okay. So the Phillies are included in this.
So I'll be the Phillies GM. We'll keep it easy.
All right, and Nicole will be hopping across town and be the Mets. Okay.
You.
The Philadelphia Phillies receive outfielder Luis Robert Jr., right-handed pitcher Clay Holmes, and cash considerations. Cash considerations is very important, by the way. I'll tell you why in a bit. Mets receive Phillies number 5 prospect, infielder Arun Escobar, and Phillies number 10 prospect Moises Chase, right-handed pitcher.
You said Luke Weaver, correct?
No, Luis Robert Jr. and Clay Holmes.
Okay, Clay Holmes. Yeah.
Wait, explain the cash consideration, because you said...
Okay, so Luis Robert Jr.'s contract is very weird. Luis Robert Jr. annual salary. Luis Robert Jr. has an annual salary of $20 million for the 2026 season.
Ooh.
Is it a 1-year deal?
No, you have another year of team control. It's a $20 million club option for 2027 with a $2 million buyout. So the Mets will need to pay for some of that, and that's what the cash considerations are.
Okay. Cole, you can go first as the Mets.
I mean, what were the 2 prospects you said, and like what position are they? Like, and
okay, so we have Arun Escobar, who is an infielder, Phillies number 5.
He's good. I like him.
Moises Chase, right-handed pitcher, Phillies number 10.
Okay. But like, okay, I'm gonna look up him to see if he throws gas. Because if
He throws
then, yeah.
gas.
Oh, he throws gas. Okay, yes, I'm saying yes.
Yeah, I think if I'm the Phillies, I'd love Clay Holmes so much. I really would. Only problem is the no more years of team control to me.
Hmm.
And but neither of those guys are top prospects. So I'd say yes, I'd do it. I'd see if maybe we could flip Luis Robert for something else.
Mm.
Um,
Like who
but
else you think?
I think we could add him in. He could be a Buxton package include. He could
Okay.
be a Joe Adele package include. Like, there's ways to include him in a separate package for a non-contender if we buy out some of his salary. Um, I'd say yes. I don't, but Aaron Escobar's tough to lose, but I don't really care about Chance. Um, so yeah, I'd say yes. I mean, Holmes would be fantastic to have as our
Yeah.
fifth starter, and then move him to the bullpen come playoffs. Okay, that's a trade made right there.
Yeah.
All right. So we have one went through, one didn't go through. Let's see what Nathan's got for us.
Involving the Phillies. Who wants to be the Angels? Who wants to be the Phillies?
All right. So it's Joe Dell.
I'll
Okay,
take
cool.
I'll take LA. I'll take
All right. We'll be the Phillies.
I don't want to be the Phillies.
I'm not gonna love this. It's pretty straight up. Joe Adele in exchange for Phillies up the middle infield prospect Dante Nori. I don't know where he is in the system. I believe he's top 5,
Let me see Joe Dell's stats.
He's their number 7 prospect.
7. He's
Dante.
good. I like him. Number 6 outfielder. He's in Double A right now, only 21. He was our first round draft pick in 2024.
Lefty. 5'9", 190. Ooh.
He's short.
Yeah. I mean, nothing against short people. Like short people are obviously very capable, but like it's obviously not a positive.
I also said we could add in a little money or a player to be named later type thing.
Hmm. Let me just Joe Adele's been really solid this year.
Okay.
Like he hasn't been over the top, like amazing. Like he's batting 243, 16 home runs. Like there's a bit of pop there. Um,
I don't love the OPS,
yeah. I mean, I think if I'm the Angels, like,
but no years of team control left.
yeah. If I'm the Angels, I'm probably accepting that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Just that's self-explanatory.
Yeah. If I was the Angels, I'd accept too. I actually think here, I don't know if this makes sense to you guys. The Angels are winning this trade, but the Phillies are still gonna make it. So I think this trade goes through. I think the thought process behind this: Joe Adele is 27. He
Yep.
is entering year 7. Sorry, he's entering year 8 next year. He's arbitration eligible.
Yep.
Dante Nori has sucked in Double A.
Yep.
I think when you have the resources available, by resources I mean, Wheeler, Harper, Schwarber, when those guys are still in their late end of their prime, I need to try to win. If I'm
Yeah, the Phillies window's closing.
the Phillies need a win now. But the Adolis Garcia experiment it's over. It's a catastrophe. It's a total disaster.
Yeah. He's out for the season.
Yeah. You gotta get Joe Adele. Gotta win this year or next year. You're gonna have 1 year this year and then arbitration eligible next year. So we'll do it.
Yeah. I think this year is probably the end of the Phillies window, like being honest.
I think as long as we have Sanchez, Wheeler, Harper, Schwarber performing at an elite level, it stays open.
Yeah.
Which, in my opinion, is probably this year and 2 more.
That's what I was thinking. Trey Turner.
Trey Turner leading the
Don't
league
get me
in
started.
errors.
Don't get me started.
Wait, Nathan, what are your thoughts? Since he did go on a hot streak, like in terms of hitting, like recently, but like thoughts on
I,
him overall.
he's still good for the team.
He's a good player.
I'm really scared that we have him for another 7 years.
Oh yeah,
Well,
the regression is already there.
Cole, when we can get back together in like 2029, and then we can talk about Trey Turner and where he's gonna go. That's the point we're at with that.
That's the point where we're going to be trading somebody and trying to include Turner's contract.
Yeah.
We're going to be pulling a Xander Bogaerts.
Yeah.
Xander, yeah.
And Cole, the only way Mason Miller gets traded is if Bogaerts is included.
I could see that. I mean, yeah. I could definitely see that being a condition. Like, that's like, because, like, with the contract, he is 100%. There's nothing positive is coming. Like, he is, as I said, like, I've said this before, like, he is a slightly, like, this year at least, he's a slightly worse Jazz Chisholm.
Who,
Who is,
Bogaerts?
yeah, who is getting paid, like,
He's much worse.
Like,
and how many years does he have left?
Twice, 3 times as much.
Oh my god. This is
what?
Like, no, the contract is just such a.
Oh my lord.
Oh my god, he has a no trade clause?
Oh my gosh.
Scott Boras, how are you this much of a genius? How were you able to get this much for Xander Bogaerts?
Jeez.
This makes Bo Bichette look like a steal, bro.
What?
No opt-outs.
Wow.
You signed him through his age 40 season for $25 million a year.
Wow. That's crazy to me.
What did you expect to happen?
Like, how old is he now?
33.
33. That's
He's
just
33
like,
and
not a
he's this
good
bad.
idea.
Imagine how
Like,
bad he's when
inherently,
he's 41.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Well, you're stuck with this guy for another 7 years if you trade for him.
I really hope we don't.
You're stuck with him, and you can't develop Lombard now.
We can send him down to the we can still send him down to the minors, right?
Yeah, but you still have to pay him. You have to have him a spot on the Portland
if it's a
roster.
requirement for us to get like Miller and the Yankees do it, then I feel like that's sort of a sunk cost. If he is like contributing negatively to the team, then I would rather be paying him $20-something million and having a good shortstop than paying him $20-something million and having him playing. Like,
Oh, so
the year he got the extension, he had a 790 OPS, and somehow they decided to pay him $25 million a year for 11 years.
AJ Preller at it again. Oh my god. Okay, cool. So you can't actually send him down to AAA because he has what 5+ years of major league service time.
Yeah.
Or something.
So we're not trading for Miller. Is that what we're saying?
Unless you give them,
unless you want to be paying another $200 million for.
We can ship off Aaron Boone if they want him.
Just have Xander Bogaerts to manage.
I honestly I can't lie, that might be better. Like, I've been seeing these like memes of Aaron Boone, like it was like the video cutting to Aaron Boone after he decides to leave Garrett Cole on 100 pitches in to face Max Muncy. Like, and then it's just like him sitting there blowing like a big bubble, doing absolutely nothing.
Okay, so if you have more than 3 years of major league service time and they clear waivers, so another team doesn't pick them up, which nobody would pick up Xander Bogaerts, the player can reject the minor league assignment and still maintain the right to collecting their full remaining salary.
Yeah. Cooked.
That would be really cooked. I mean, We'll look and see. I don't know. I mean, I feel like they could be open to trading Miller, and the Yankees have made it pretty clear he's their like number one guy. I don't know.
It won't soon. They'll realize sooner than later. Okay.
It's
Well,
Cashman though.
it's Cashman. Does he want to pay $200 million for a guy to sit on his couch?
Um, yeah, yeah. I mean, that seems like Cashman would do. I mean, actually, Cashman is a bit. He's a bit like. Remember 2 deadlines ago when I was sitting there reloading the page for like 3 hours and nothing happened. Like, I really hope that doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
We have a lot of needs.
Which is why you're not a World Series team.
We, in my opinion, the AL is weak. The American League is just like weak. I think that if you're looking at all the teams in the American League, you could definitely, it's not crazy at all to say that the Yankees are the best team in the AL. Like, you can make an argument for a couple teams, but like I do think that the Yankees are the best team in the AL.
Fair enough.
And especially if they patch up their needs, like catcher and like maybe like add another arm, they could be really good. So I do think they're a contender for the pennant.
Brian, we got time for him to do a quick rant on Aaron Boone.
Whoa, I don't think we have. That would take like a very
Do a short one if you want.
time.
Cole, you want 2 minutes to rant? 2 minutes on the clock. Rant about Aaron Boone.
Okay, so Aaron Boone is genuinely one of the worst managers I've ever seen manage a baseball team in my entire life. Like, he has made so many terrible decisions. Like, it seems like last year when Anthony Volpe was batting like 210, he kept him in the lineup the entire time. And same with Austin Wells. Like, he went on interview saying, like, Austin Wells, he's a really, really great player, but he's just not playing well. So we're going to keep him in the lineup and keep him this entire time. Like, no, why would you ever do that? And then he makes like really, really stupid decisions all the time about him. Like against the Dodgers, we had the game. It was, I believe the score was final score was 2-1. Aaron Boone decides like every pitcher, like when they say, like when they come up to the mound, they're like, oh, I'm good, coach, right?
Yeah.
Aaron Boone decides to believe Garrett Cole when he's at like 95 to 100 pitches and he's about to face Max Muncy.
Not to be devil's advocate, but Max Muncy isn't exactly the greatest player of all time, and he's your ace, so you sort of want to trust him.
He's not our ace.
By contract, he is.
By contract, that doesn't mean anything. He's our three or four.
But Muncy hits a homer, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, he's just been abysmal for like the Yankees. Like, it seems like whenever there needs to be like a clutch like decision made like in time, like it's always the wrong one. Like, if you're in a close game, yeah, sure, go ahead. Let's put in Camilo Duvall. Sure.
Flip a coin.
Let's do that, Aaron.
He has a mystery wheel of relievers, and he just spins it and fixes
Yeah,
one.
like half the time it's not good when you're a bad manager, but half the time he's not even there since he just goes up and throws bubble gum at the umpires and starts screaming at them. Like, it doesn't help. It really doesn't help. I just don't. I think he's terrible. And
I think
every
AI
year,
could manage a team better.
like the Mets.
Put me in, coach.
I think AI could do better.
The Mets have been cracking down on the AI batting
Yeah.
pitch selection thing, so that's a whole
Like,
nother story.
we call for Aaron Boone to be fired every year, and then for some reason during the off season, everybody forgets about it, and then like within the first like 10 games of the season, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, we should fire this guy," and it never happens. It never happens.
How long is bro's contract?
He got an extension recently.
Oh my lord.
All right.
That's my Aaron Boone rant for the day.
Thank you for that, Cole. That was peak comedy. So yeah, I think we'll wrap up here.
Oh yeah, he just signed an extension this year.
Yeah.
There we go.
We're cooked.
Deep fried.
All right. Yeah, so the Yankees are stuck with Aaron Boone for how many more years?
2.
2 more years of Aaron Boone, maybe more.
They'll probably extend him again just because.
I have ultimate anger at the Yankees right now. Like we let Bryson Stott hit an RBI. We're down 2-0. Like I mean, we're up 2-0 in the series. It's like 2-0 in the game, 2-0 in the series. I mean, it's not really a balance, but they're both 2-0. So I guess.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Trade deadline, super episode. That was a longie. We thank you.
Well, yeah.
As always, if you have any trade predictions, we'd love for you to leave them in the comments. If you're correct, we'll 100% shout you out for that because that'd be really impressive. Just love to hear it. Anything you guys say, DM us. Yeah. Thank you, Cole, for coming on.
Yeah.
Thank you to Cole.
No problem.